نهبلي نبرتي واشنطن دي سي كبابيان እንኳዕ ናይ ተንሰለስተ ማዓልቲ ጾምን ጸሎትን በሰላም አዛዚሙ ናብዚ እንኳዕ አብጽሐና ሞት ዋና አብዚ ዝተረኸብ ኩሉ እና መስመሕዋቴ ዝተረኸብናሉ ዋና ምኽንያት ናይ አብ ጁን ሰከንድ ዓብይ ሰላማዊ ሰልፊ ፃውዒት ይግበረል እዩ እቲ ሰላማዊ ሰልፊ ዋና ምኽንያት ድማ ካብ 200 ንላዕሊ ኣብ ህዝብና በጽሕዎ ዘሎ ግፍዒ ዘስካሕካሕ ጨፍጨፋታት ኣብ ህዝብና ናይ ህዝብና ንኽንጸንት ዝግበር ዝነበረ ገፍዕታት ንዓለም ንኽነፋልጥ ብዙሕ ጻዕሪ ጌርና ኢና ብዙሕ ሰልፍታት ወጺና ኢና ሕዚ ድማ ኻሊእ ናይ 200 نخبر اتخلت ميتي استجبر ጨፍጫፋት እንደገና ሰልፊ ጻውዒት ንገበረ ለና እስካብ ሕዚ ዝተገበረ ሰልፊ ናይ ዋሽንግተን ዲሲን አካባቢያን دخيمنا سلشيونا خيبالكم بصحاي بقري ببرد زخلة تصاويركم اسكا حز سلف تقبروا وزنوركم نامسجنا أبز حزن نقبروا زلنا وانا سلاماي سلف دما نخطركبولنا عبيت تصاويت نقبر لنا اتي ناي بوتو تو مخنياتو دما حاوي خبروم كقلص لكم
دي ام في تجارو خميل لكم لحنا ديكم مسئنا تمليسنا عندنا قروع عرفت وسيدنا عرفت كوي بهالن جن مدلوات بزحات مدلوات نقبر سلازنورنا وخالي استيتاتون سلاماو سلفي قورو سلازنورو قرو انو حبيلنا يناس سلاماو سلفي جن فوتينا يخونان قننا سلازلنا مو حوات دي ام في كمون بنسلفانيا هارسبرغ نيويورك زلقوا محوات او سلاماو سلفزي حزون خمسة تلمده كم زي الطرفو تسفاي قبر لسترفا اللون يخونن زغلتا معلتي زغلتا عمت زغلتا 100 معلت زي قليل يخون يفز تقرايز بصح زلو بدل وصعان مو زي المستواس بزح قلتا 100 زبلس بزح تاريخ سلازلو على مستفلطو يخون بزح مقلاص يدلي نحنا ون بالبلصه تدالينا نصبل لنا زي سلاماو سلفي ناي قلتا 100 معلتي سقاي نحز تقراينا زي لخنحسب تدالينا لنا مو لو زرزرات خاتي خاوي من العل زي جمروا له بوتا كاوزل ترجمة بوتا Voice of America زبال 330 Independent Avenue South West نجمر ساعة 10 نجمر زي بعلت خلتها مالتي كاو تفجسنا كاف Independence Avenue Voice of America تفجسنا كاو لاف ستيت ديبارتمنت نقد اف ستيت ديبارتمنت بس احنا ون ملختنا نحل فينا الستيت ديبارتمنت او تلنا ون مسجنانا او تلنا ون ندلي ملختون نحل فينا كاف ستيت ديبارتمنت مسودانا ون لا لينكن ميموريال قيدنا ناشمع موراه نقبرينا ناشمع موراه ندغنا دحري ستيت ديبارتمنت سلف مسودانا انا لا اخ نخد تناشم عام مورات فلطو والله زمعلت زي فلي معلت ايو خلتا 100 معلتي كم حانت ليتي حزب تግራይ ኣብ ስቃይ ዝሕልፈሉ ዘሎ معلت ايو ስለዚ ዝማعلت زي بش لزوم الساقي زلون لزوم سوءاتنا لزوم بقفع استقتل حواتنا بوتاتنا ديتاتنا زي المستواس ناي شمعة مبراه ناي مشيت نقبرينا عاوز بوتا زي بزح ناي مدلاوات لنا ناي شمعة مبراه جميرو ناي مقمات جميرو بزح مدلاوات لنا قبلين كان ميموريال قندالوينا كلكم هم تقنيو تسفاي يقبر ايكم تقارو تግራይ ትስዕር ካውዚ ቀጽለ ዓላማ ናይዙ ሰላማዊ ሰልፍ ዚውን ብዝበለጸ ሕዝውን ለምለም ሓፍተይ ኣግፍሕ ቢላ ክትገልጾ እያሞ ካሊእ ተወሳኺተሉ ዘድራሻ ዚውን ጸኒሕ ደግሞየ ይቀነልኝ
ሞት ዋና ናይዚ ሰላማዊ ሰልፊ ንዚ ዝሓለፈ 200 መዓልቲ ህዝብና ከምቲ ዓንቶ ዝገለጽክዎ ለይትን ቀትርን እዚ ኣብ ህዝብና ዝግበር ዘሎ ናይ ትግራይ ጆኖሳይድ ንዓለም ንኽነፍልጥ ብዝተፈላለየ ዓይነት ሰልፍታት ክንገብር ጸኒሕና ኢና እዚ ህዝቢ ናይ ዲኤምቪ ኤሪያ not only ዲኤምቪ ነባሪ ኸይኮና ኩሉ ዓለም ዝርከብ ትግራዋይ ብሙሉእ ዓብይ ምስጋና ዝግብኦ እዩ ምኽንያቱም እቲ ውጽኢት ሕዚ ንሪኦ ኣለና ኢና ናይ ኣሜሪካ መንግስቲ ፕሬዚደንት ባይደን ስቴትመንት ተውፅኦም ኣለው ናይ ኤስአር 97 resolution ናይ ሴናተር ኤስአር 97 ሴናተር resolution 97 ዝወፀ عبي عوتيو ازي بقليلو زرع يكونن ህዝብና ዝገበሮ ናይ ንኽነጋልጽ ዝገበርናዮ ናትኡ ውጽኢት ንሪኦ ኣለና ኢና ፋሽስት አብይ አሕመድ ምስ መሻርክቱ ኢሳያስ አፈወርቂ ኮይኖም ህዝብና ኣብ ጸልማት ገይሮም ኢንተርኔት ዘየለ መብራህቲ ዘየለ ምንም ዓይነት ካብ ኩሉ ነጽኢሎም ድሌቶም ንኽገብሩ እዮም ጸኒሖም ግን ንሕና ብትንገብሮ ዝነበርና ጻዕሪ ነንእሽተይ ይኹን ነበረ ኢንፎርሜሽን ንዓለም ንኽነጋልጽ ብዙሕ ጽዕረት ተገይሩ እዩ እዚ ህዝብና ክትሕጎሱ ኣለኩም ናታትኩም ጻዕሪ እዩ እና ብጣዕሚ ደስ ዝብል እዩ ሓደ ስጉምቲ ንላዕሊ ኸይዶም ኣለዉ ማለት እዩ ናይ ኣሜሪካ መንግስትን ናይ ሴናተር ዘውፅዎ ሪዞሉሽን ማለት እዩ ግን ኣብዚ ጠጠው ክነብል ኣይንኽእልን ምክንያቱም እዚ ስቴትመንት ወፅየሎ ሓደ ጸቕጥታት ይግበረሎ ናይ ቪዛ ሪስትሪክሽን ተገይረሎ ናይ ኢኮኖሚ ጸቕጥታትም የውፅኡ ኣለዉ እዮም ግን በዚ ጥራሕ ዝዕገበ ኣይኮነን ካብዚ ንላዕሊ ኣክሽን ንኽወስዱ ንሕና ኸኣንየኒ ካልእ ሰልፍታት ክንጸውዒና እዛ ሕዚ ንገብራ ዘለና ሰልፊ ናይተን 200 ዝተገበረ ኣብ ህዝብና ጨፍጫፍ ንዕኡ ንኽነስታውስ 200 መሊእዎ እዩ 200 days it is too much ኣብ ህዝብና ዝበዝሖ ግፍዕታትን ዘስካሕኽሕን ኣብ ደቂ ኣንስትዮ ዝግበር ዘሎ ዓመጻት ኣብ መናእሰይ ኣሕዋትና ዝግበር ዘሎ ቅትለት ኣብ ኣቕሽሽትና ኣብ ካህናት ኣብ ናይ ሙስሊም ማሕበረሰብ ወለድናታት ዝግበር ዘሎ ጫፍጫፋት ንዓለም ኣፋሊጥና ኢና ግን ዓለም ፈሊጥዎ እዩ ናይ ትግራይ ጂኖሳይድ ዘይፈልጥ ሕብረተሰብ ሕዚ የለን እዚ ብጻዕርኹም እዩ ኩሉ በተለይ ቶም መናእሰይ ኣብዚ ተወሊዶም ዝዓበዩ ትግራይ ብወረንበር ከይዶም ሪኦምዋ ዘይፈልጡ መናእሰይ ዝገብርዎ ዘለው ናይ ዲፕሎማሲ ቃልሲ ብጣዕሚ ዝምስገኑ እዮም ነዚ ንመሰጋገነሉ ጊዜ ክመጽ እዩ ሽዑ ክነምስግኖም ኢና ሕዚ ግን እቲ ቃልሲ ቀጻሊ እዩ እንደገና ድማ ንህዝብና ካብዚ በጽሕዎ ዘሎ መከራ ምስ ወፀውን እቲ ቃልሲ ቀጻሊ እዩ እና እዚ ዋና ዓላማ ናይ ሕዚ ዝንኤት ሰልፊ ንገብራ ዘለና ናይ 200 ልዕሊ 200 ዝተገበረ ኣብ ትግራይ ኣብ ህዝብና ጨፍጫፍ እንደገና ዋይት ሃውስ ንስቴት ዲፓርትመንት ዝሕዝኩምዎ ዘለኹም ነምስግን ዝትገብርዎ ዘለኹም ክነምስግን ኢና ካብኡ ኸኣንየኒ ካልእ ዕብይ ዝበለ እርምጃ ንኽወስዱ ድማ ጸቕጢ ክንፈጥር ኢና ማለት እዩ ሕዚ ከዓ ፍረዝጊ ንዞም መናእሰይ ኣብዚ ተወለዱ ዝዓበዩ ትግርኛ ዘይሰምዑ ብእንግሊዘኛ ገይሩ ጽቡቕ ገይሩ ንዓዓቶም ከዓ ከብራህርሃሎም እዩ
Thank you, Lamlam Kuram. Thank you. Hello, Tagaru, all over the world, especially here at DMV area. Thanks again for your support, for being a voice to the voiceless people of Tigray, and for our government as well. As we all know, the Ethiopian government collided with the Eritrean, with the Arab Emirates, and waged a war against our people for the last 7 months. Our people was agonized. Our people was killed, bombarded, displaced, raped, looted. All the crimes never happened in the world after the Second World War happened in our region, Tigray. So this is the reason why we're doing this rally. And this rally is not only important to us, it's important to humanity, to humankind, because this kind of crime never ever should been happen in this time age. So that's why we are calling you for this rally again. Before I do that, I would like to thank all of you for what you do for the past 7 months. We've been a voice to our people, effortless, tireless, whether the weather is freezing, cold, sun, hot. We've been there for our people, and I would like to thank every one of you on behalf of this committee, the DMB task force. So thank you again for coming whenever we call on you. Thanks. But today, this rally is a very, very special rally to all of us. It's close to our heart. This past 200 plus days is an agonizing day for all of us, not only for the people who live in Tigray, but for all Tagar who live all over the world. We are sleepless. We can't even think. We can't even do our job right. We can't even take our kids to school or tutor our kids. So this last 200 days plus is the worst day of our lives. So this rally, the 200 days plus memorizing rally, is a very, very important. So I would like to call on all of you to show up on the state, especially the people that who lives around DMV, New York, Philadelphia, Harrisburg, West Virginia, even far out to West Coast and East Coast. Please show up for this rally. It's an important rally. This rally starts at a very, very special place called VOA. As we all know, VOA for the past 30 years getting a grant money from U.S. government, but work against democracy, line up against government of Ethiopia, against people of Tigray, even call for genocide the people of Tigray. But now, here is the time, after 30 years, someone that who works inside the VOA was a leaker. He leaked all the secrets, how the journalists at VOA are siding with Abiy Ahmed, Isaias Afwerki, and the rest of them, and call on this genocide. So that's what we are going to start this rally at the VOA, because we want to make sure VOA is taking an action, make responsible to people, even take an action and fire them from their jobs. So our starting point is at the VOA, 330 Independence Avenue, Southwest Washington, D.C. So as we do it all the time, we're going to march from the 330 Independence Avenue to State Department. While we march into the State Department, we're going to have different chances. Especially, we're going to thank the U.S. government for what they're doing for our people, for our nation. So we're going to thank them, and we're going to stand with the U.S. government, and we're going to support the decision. But as my colleagues were saying earlier, that is not enough. We need more than that. We need more than sanction. We need embargo. We need intervention. We need the humanitarian aid and access without no restriction to be allowed to Tigray. As we all know, more than 4.5 million people are risking of hunger. They're dying of hunger. Over 2 million people are displaced in Tigray. Close to 100,000 people are fleeing Sudan. So the U.S. government action, time of the essence, it is important. They have to upgrade their action into more action, meaning sanction, embargo, intervention. So we're going to ask, even though we appreciate the U.S. government, but we want them to intensify their actions to the next level. So we're going to thank the U.S. government for what they're doing to our people and for standing with Tigray and with the people of Tigray, but we're also going to ask them to do more, because Tigray can't wait. 200 days plus is not easy. We saw it here in America, how it is hard to survive without a light, without a food, without a power, without internet, whatsoever for 1 hour. So you can imagine 200 plus days, what it means to the people of Tigray. So we're going to ask and plead to the U.S. government to do more and to stand with Tigray more. As we're talking, we really appreciate the U.S. government decision. We thank them and we appreciate them, but we need more and more. And after the State Department, as we all do all the time, I probably can say maybe it is a number 20 plus rally that we did in State Department. We're going to thank again Secretary Anthony Blinken for what he is doing to us, to all of us, and to our people. But we're going to ask Secretary Blinken if he can come out and take our statement or say something at this day. And also, we're going to need his support more. So that's what we're going to do at the State Department. After that, we have a special candle vigil light for the people that we lost in the last 200 days plus. We lost them by the Eritrean troops, by the Ethiopian troops, by the Amhara militia troops. We lost a lot of life. We can't even count them. So we're going to do a candle vigil light for these people at the Lincoln Memorial Ground. So we're going to wrap up our event by going to the Lincoln Memorial and do the candle vigil light. So I'm going to ask all of you Tagaru, as you always do, show up for this big event, a special event. Thanks again for what you're doing all the time on the behalf of the task forces, on behalf of Tigray, on behalf of Tigray government, on behalf of all of us Tagaru around the world. And I would like to thank you again. Thanks again. Please, please, please show up for the state. Thank you.
يغني لنا فرزقي كمون لملمون بالبلص قليص اتيا حنت استرفت نغرتها ليا تغارو او عالم لهم تغارو دمصنا يسمع له دمصنا بالبلص لخ سمع عندنا حزون أتنكرنا هنقالة سلنا بالخالنا يوم نقدي سلامة وسلف دي ولا حجز ديو نقبر خنخيل لنا سلازي تجارو أو علم زلهم تجارو كابت تجراي خين خمفتار كابز حبن نجارات حدا إيمو كلهم أو علم زلهم تجارو تانكيو حزون تقالسهم أتنكرهم تقالسو حزون أو زلنا ون أتنكرنا نقالس زلنا أو علم زلهم كلهم تجارون بواخاتهم حبوناتنا بتجارنتنا خرعتنا زقال سزي قنشن فوينا نشنفون لنا هنا مو أمج الرشاتها حنتي زاناين قبر اللابوتا لدقيمة الخجل سلز دلخو يتملي مسئز اللخو مو حزون كاوزوم دمسي أمريكا إن نجمر voice of أمريكا دمس أمريكا تفولطيهم تقراوي الحالفة 3 عامت تقراوي اللي خطفول ناس رحنا تنقاس أصنيحهم مون دقنا بناتي تاكسي بنا نصهن أمريكاويان تاكسي جنزبنا تخفلهم مون دقنا against كاب ديمقراطية اللي يكون صار حنا رامس ديمقراطية اللي خطأف هزول اللي خطأف صار حنا رام مو هذي كاو إن نجمر كاب voice of أمريكا تزجنلو أدرسشو 330 independent avenue south west كاو خين قصيلنا بقدرنا تقعدنا نجرحنا بالإختنا نحلفنا لأمريكا هزو الدمسنا الناس معنا لاف ستيت ديبارتمنت نقدينا أو ستيت ديبارتمنت لأمريكا منجستي thank you إلنا خنا مسجنينا هزون الغريم الإختاتنا ون أو ستيت ديبارتمنت خنا محل فينا كاو بمقتصال أو مسودعنا لا لينكن ميموريال خيرنا لزوم حواتنا أبوتاتنا أديتاتنا أبسقاي زحلفو زلو سبات لعلق لتميتي مع التحالفوهم الله أبسلمات منم إنترنت يلن منم كوميونيكيشن يلن ماي يلن إلكتريك يلن زوم سقاي الساقي زلو سبات مول زوم التصوونا سواتنا ون ماشي مع مبرح سنة سرعات نقبرينا أبلين كان ميموريال سنة سرعاتنا شمع بمبرح نودوينا أو زي ترخو DMV أو كل بوتا زلهم ونقدر كولنا نعدم DMV أو ساعتنا نراقب ساعة 10 نجمرنا ينقو تانكيو يغني اللي تقرأي السعر
موزات ፃውዒት እዚኣት ገይራላ ንጁን ሰከንድያ ተጋሩ ከም ተቕን ምሕዝት ገብርዎ ዝነበርኩም ናይ ዲሲ ሜሪላንድ ቨርጂኒያ ነበርቲ ከባቢያን ካብ ኖርዝ ካሮላይና ካብ ቦስተን ካብ ኒውዮርክ ብዙሕ ግዜ ናብዚ ናመፁ ምሳና ኢኹም ሰልፊ ትገብሩታ ሕዚ እውን ኩሌኹም ተኣኻኺብኩም ከም ተቕን ምሕዝት ገብርዋ ዝነበርኩም عاويلنا نهزبنا دمس نخنكونو نزا ناي 200 نلعل استجبرا هزبنا جاف بزبالة أدمان أمريكا منجستي نخنا سمع دمس نخنكون هزبنا كل يوم تأخذكم نختمت ፃውዒት نجبر لنا كل جزء هزبنا organize جورو يزدل لمبر ناخذ لنا وانينيو نتاعهم دنقيهم نمتاعي سلاموي السلف زي جبر نمتاعي زي صواع نمتاعهم دنقيهم يزبها نيرو حزي كلنا عبيين اشتي كاهن بمول تسواسيبنا زاب عالتي بحابر نخنب على ፃውዒት እንደገና نجبر لنا يعني لي
Now it is important that to thank each other. So what is the result of all this we doing? Before I did that, I would like to thank everybody. This is a collective effort. All Tagaros, we doing this. You probably people see what we do on the rally, but behind the scene is a lot of people contributing to this victory that we're achieving here. So I would like to thank to all Tagaro, especially the people that who are doing the advocacy, the diplomacy, the media, working with refugees, working with medical, working with Tigray government and with Tigray people. So I would like to thank everybody for what you're doing for our people. Also remember that we seen the result. Our result is, you can see the world is responding to our crime. So the European Commission make a decision to sanction Ethiopia, basically not to give any money to Ethiopia. And now we see an American government is following that. President Biden did twice his own envoy to Ethiopia, and he sent his envoys to talk to the Ethiopian Prime Minister and to the Ethiopian officials to stop this war and craziness. And now we're seeing all this SR 97 resolution, what the Senate passed. So what we've been doing for the past 7 months have a result, and we've seen a result. But now we need to do more. We need to identify. We need to target everything, and our struggle just start. So I would like to call on all of you. Please respond to any calls that comes from anybody for the sake of Tigray or Tagaru. Thank you again for what you're doing. I appreciate you on behalf of this task force. Thanks.
ምናልባት ኣብዛ ናይ መወዳእታ ክገልጻል ደሊ ነገር ተመሊሰ መጽአ እንደገና ክዳንና ናይ ኣሻይቱ መዓልቲ ናይ ሓዘን መዓልቲ እዩ ልዕሊ 200 መዓልቲ ህዝብና ልሳቀየሉ ዘሎ መዓልቲ ስለዝኾነ ብልተኻለ መጠን ክዳንና ኣካዳድናና ጸቢቕና ብልበለጸ ጸሊም ቲሸርት ጸሊም ንሓዘን ልገልጽ ኣካዳድና ተኸዲና ክንመጽእ ብዘጋጣሚ እዚ ክዕድም ይደሊ ቴንክ ዩ ይቕኒለይ
ሰላማዊ ሰልፊ ፃውዒት ዝገብር ዘሎ ኮሚቴ ከምቲ خبሮም ዝበሎ ከም ንሓዘን ግዜ ስለ ዝኾነ ናይ 200 መዓልቲ ቀሊል ኣይኮነን ናብ ህዝብና በፂሑ ዘሎ ጫፍ ገፍዒ ሶ ሓደ ዓይነት ክዳን ተኸዲና ጸሊም ክዳን ተኸዲና ንኽትመጹ ፃውዒት ንገብር ኻሊ ማይ እስና ከዘጋጂና ኢና ሙቐት ስለ ዝኾነ በብዝሓት ማይ ዘጋጂና ኣለና ኢና እና ተጋሩ ብሙሉእኹም ኣብ ዲሲ ሜሪላንድ ቨርጂኒያ ትነብሩ ደጋጊመ የዛረብ ዘለኹ ኩልኹም ዋኒንኩም እዩ ስራሕ ዘለኩም ኣቀዲብኩም ስራሕ ወሲድኩም ደቅኹም ኣብ ተጽንሕዎ ቦታ ገርኩም ኩሌና ኣብዛ መዓልቲ እዚኣ ንኹሌና ንኽንርከብ ደጋጊምና ፃውዒት ንገብር ኣለና ይቕኒለይ
We are being saying all about this rally, how important it is, and how we have to be ready and look good and great at this day. So the task force have an idea of a dress code. So we highly recommend that everybody at least wear a black shirt or t-shirt. So we all can look good, and also we all can remember our fallen heroes. So it's very, very important that we all try to wear black shirt or black t-shirt, whatever is suitable for you. And also we have refreshments, cold water, snacks, and all that we're going to have ready. So don't afraid of that you're going to be hungry. But I would also recommend that bring your own chair if you can, because if you want to sit down, if you're tired, bring your own portable chairs. Even though we're going to provide some, but it might not enough for everybody. So if you guys have like a picnic chair, that a folding chair that you can bring, you can do that. So you can sit down when you're tired. And bring your kids, bring your mom, bring your dad, because this is important. All of us, we have to be a voice to the voiceless people of Tigray. We have to be a voice to our heroes, to our fallen heroes, not only the soldiers, but the civilians, the mothers, the little children was killed and raped and all that in the past 7 months by the Ethiopian government, Eritrean government, and the Amhara Special Forces. So please show up on time. Thanks again. We meet up on this day, June the 2nd at 11 a.m. at the VOA, which is 330 Independence Avenue. And of course, we will follow the rest of the program. I thank you again on behalf of myself and the task forces of DMV here in Washington and all over the world. Tagaru. Thanks, Tagaru. Tigray will prepare. Tigray to Awat. We'll see you on June 2nd. Thanks.